So in today's video we're going to talk very much about the grip, and there are a couple of certain no-nos of things that you want to avoid that will really hinder your golf swing. So a couple of basic things. When you choose to grip the club, your lead hand is likely going to be the one that goes on first, and what you're looking to do is get the club pretty much through the finger line and get the sort of heel pad sitting on top of the club. The first big no-no is don't go in the palm. This will limit your ability to create any sort of wrist cocking motion whatsoever. This goes on top. Happy days. The second thing you're looking for is an amount of lead arm rotation. So your arm is going to move sort of clockwise to some degree of your preference. And what you want to do is make sure that your lead thumb sits down the trail side of the handle like so. Now, from here, your trail palm can now sit on that thumb. We're going to come back to this point very much later. What you then choose to do is pretty much up to you. You can do a baseball grip, you can do an overlap grip, you can do an interlock grip, as long as your thumb is down the other side of the handle. So as long as my right thumb is down the left hand side of the handle, that's absolutely fine. The other no-no is if your thumb is aligned either too centrally or too much towards the right hand side for a right-handed golfer, and that's because it will close down the face, which will really hinder your golf swing. Now, students of mine will know that I am about as much unnecessary motion in the golf swing as we can possibly avoid. And one of the things that I don't like to see is excessive wrist positions in the swing. So much so, this is why nowadays I actually hold the club the same as when I grip my putter. And the reason for this is because I sort of started to learn that actually, I remember trying to hit some shots, and I was doing some short game shots, my pitch shots, and I was trying to take away all the wrist positions, and I noticed holding it like I do a putter helps that very much materialize. Now, you don't need, there's going to be an element of wrist cock, as I said earlier, that will materialize, one, through your grip, as long as you grip it correctly, and two, through a bit of momentum. So when I talk about not using wrists, I'm not saying that I'm literally taking the club back like this. Okay, a lot of the wrist angles that are created in your golf swing happen very much through your trail arm bending and through, like I say, some of the forces that go through the club. So I really like to see a swing which is nice and wide, keep the club as far away from the body. And the main reason why I like to see this is because it's much easier to bring the club into a downswing position as opposed to positions like this. So the question is, what about the thumb? Well, the important relationship is to make sure that your trail palm is pushing your lead thumb in the backswing position to help you keep that lead arm straight. Whether you're going to choose to have what would be known as a long thumb or a really short thumb, I wouldn't necessarily suggest matters too much, as long as that relationship between your palm squashes against that thumb. One of the things that I would potentially say is that if you find adopting either a sort of shorter thumb position, so a thumb position which is not so long down the handle like so, and one that is shorter, it could be argued that the shorter thumb position would resist any excessive wrist breaking. And the idea is that if the thumb is slightly shorter, it'll kind of have more of an inclination to want to keep the club head away from the body, which is why if I was going to give a preferential choice on those, I'd probably suggest for the shorter version of the thumb. However, the important thing when it comes to about the grip is to make sure that you don't get those thumbs into the wrong sort of positions. And the other thing that is really important is that you make sure you understand the relationship between that right palm and that left thumb. That's the big thing. When you hold that club and you have that last little look at that target, you need to make sure that right palm is pushing pressure down onto that left thumb as you take hold of your golf club. And when you swing back, you want to make sure it's there. What you don't want to do is start letting go of the club because your grip pressure isn't enough on the club. Get the right palm onto the thumb. Whether you choose to go short or long, that's your choice. I'll see you soon. So hopefully you enjoyed the video, but let me tell you something. There's a much easier way for you guys to be seriously improving your game, and online lessons have never been any easier or any more affordable. If you head over to the website, you'll see examples of different programs that I offer, but I promise you, you'll be absolutely amazed at a couple of things. One, how easy it is nowadays to participate in online lessons. I work with students that send me videos from the course, that send me videos from the range, that send me videos from home. You'll be astounded how you're probably not doing the things that you should be doing, and how helpful it will be for me, very much personally, myself, to keep a watchful eye on your progress. I've also got a video library and some structured content over there as well to help guide you on your way. But keep watching the tips, subscribe for more of those. But like I say, there is an easier way to ensure you're on the right path. I'll see you soon.